What's up, everybody? This is IDK Sports Podcast, your podcast talking sports with the average guy. Correction, your premier podcast, your only podcast.
Get them right.
You should only be watching us. Anyway, my name is Anthony. I'm your host, and I got my co-host here.
Kenny, what's happening?
Kenny out here. You know what I'm saying? We just talking sports. We talk a little bit of everything on this podcast. Talk a little bit of football. Talk a little basketball. Talk a little soccer. A little
hockey,
baseball,
badminton.
I talk badminton. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a competitive league. But you catch anything, any topic, anything. We're not scared to talk about it sports related. Talk about coaching. Talk about recruiting. Talk about anything sports related. But where can you catch us?
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday on wherever you get your podcast at. And how will you know that you can get us and what content we drop?
Gotta hit the damn button, y'all.
Hit the follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit the like, share, subscribe. If you're on Instagram, follow us on IDK Sports Pod 23. We're even on TikTok. Follow for more content because every Sunday we're going to drop an episode. And again, we're just the average guys trying to make it. So us dropping every Sunday is a lot.
We be busy. Life is hard.
We got kids. You know what I'm saying? So every Sunday, check us out at IDK Sports Pod 23 on Instagram. IDK Sports Pod on TikTok.
Come on.
IDK Sports Pod on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on Google. We're on everything. So it is no reason.
Hit the button.
It's no reason that you shouldn't be able to watch your premier sports talk with the average guy. And once again, if you want to see everything, you got to do what?
Hit the damn button.
Just hit the damn button.
Duh.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We back with another episode of IDK Sports Pod, the podcast, talking sports with the average guys. I mean, you heard the intro already. I ain't got to go too much.
Big time.
You know, my name's Anthony. This my man, Kenny.
What's happening?
You know what I'm saying? Just hit the follow button to get any content.
Hit the damn button. We back again.
Yeah, we back again. Back again with another episode.
Yes, sir.
You know, last episode, people had some things to say about my EA Sports comment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people F with it.
You got to run the numbers up, man.
Hey, man.
Got to run the numbers up.
I should be at least a linebacker coach in real life.
If you
the way my numbers was going.
Got something to say.
For real.
Got something to say.
For real. But let's start off this show, man, how we always start off every show with boxing.
Back here again.
With boxing, man.
Back
boxing
again.
It looked good though for like the first part, right? First part, it was like, oh, we got boxing. Got some good fights coming up. We had Fury and USYK was supposed to fight end of this month.
Yeah.
Rolly and Barrios was supposed to fight. Are going to fight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rolly and
Eastside Cruz. I'm sorry. Rolly and Eastside Cruz is supposed to fight. Who Thurman supposed to fight?
Thurman got Tim Suzuki.
That's an L. Then we got who else we got? We got
your boy from across the water. Your boy Naoya.
The Japanese
assassin.
That boy dog.
Yeah, he got a fight coming up.
Hey, Barrios supposed to fight. Oh, Barrios is moving up to fight
147.
To fight Ennis.
Yeah, that's in talks now. That's unofficial as of right now.
He need to keep it unofficial.
It's unofficial right now.
That's stupid.
Yeah, but they trying to make that push to 147 since things at 140 ain't really, lean in his favor right now. So.
Yeah,
it's another career switch to get him back on track. But if it's with Boots, I think I better let it go. I think y'all better let it go because it ain't gonna happen with Boots.
Got to, man. You got to.
It ain't gonna happen with him. That's a big dog.
That's a big dog. So like I said before, boxing try to get it right, but it seems like they just ain't getting there, man. I think this is a good little rollout. I still think it's some fights that could be had. And everybody's fighting in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, they're exporting the product.
We got no American fights.
Well, for cats like Teofimo Lopez, he's still fighting stateside. I think that that Isak Cruz and that Rolly Romero fight, that's stateside as well. I mean, but as far as your game changers, like Fury
the
and
heavyweight
Usyk,
fight,
yeah,
is in Saudi.
is in Saudi, and even as of today, Bitterbeef and Bivol, that's in Saudi as well. Come June 1st, so I don't know if they just seen a chink in the armor with these new deals. Who's going to own boxing moving forward? Who's going to really take the mantle, take the helm at it?
Yeah,
but with that still being up in the air, Saudi's just like, all right, well, we offering a bigger bag. We offering all the money that you can ever ask for. You don't have to worry about the door. You don't have to worry about the back end from the promoters.
Yeah.
Just come make some money with us, and that's what folks is doing.
Yeah.
And that's why they getting the headline fights right now. So it's hard to argue it when the money is good. When the money is on the flow, there's nothing too much that can be said at that point. But so Saudi's making the deals, but I think this new deal that just been reported recently between PBC and Amazon, because has something to say about that. We gonna now the money's back stateside, and you done linked up with a head honcho, one of those houses that we were referring to in the last episode. Now we got with them, things can change.
Yeah, we definitely gonna talk about that. In probably another episode, but let's grade the fights. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the fights. We had a chance to talk about actual fights in a minute.
Yeah.
Take the Usyk one off the table. I mean, it's coming in with May.
Yeah, May now.
May. I mean, that's probably the most even fight I see
on paper, right?
Because both of them didn't look that great in their last fight.
I think there's
I always give Fury a chance if Fury is focused.
He's just dominant, man.
I just don't know how focused he is because he's been dominant. People understand he's been dominant for a long. He's been dominant since the end of the Klitschko era.
Yeah,
like nobody has beaten him.
I'm about to say it's going on about like I would say maybe 6 to 7 years.
Yeah, and Wilder was the closest to beating him.
Yeah,
actually had him knocked out. I don't know how he got up to this day.
Yeah,
still don't know how he got up.
Yeah, that was the last controversy that he had.
Yeah,
in a draw.
Besides that, he been handling dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Usyk, I ain't seen much of him, but what I heard, he's like a straightforward fighter. I mean, I don't think the fight goes 12 rounds.
Yeah, it's with especially when you count an opponent that is Fury, who's just fighting unorthodox. He got this real herky jerky style that he has that keeps people off balance.
Yeah.
Skill, not saying taking nothing away from him. He's still a skilled fighter. Punches at angles, pace, can kind of drive the momentum over each round, control the fight. He has all the talent in the world, but he still has that same knockout power. The jab that keeps you off balance and can also send you to the canvas too. So
it's a coin flip. It's I give Fury the edge just because I haven't seen nobody beat him.
Yeah, it's an easy favorite. He'll be easy favorite going into the fight.
I think it's gonna come in. Who's coming in most focused? I think if Fury comes in top tier shape, top tier focus, he's unbeatable.
Well, and here's something that I thought Wilder would use leading up to his.
That man lost to a YouTuber, did he?
Man, I don't want to talk about Wilder, but is an approach that I think Usyk might use to his favor is just being aggressive. If he keeps that foot on the pedal,
but Fury can box too, though. That's the difference. We never seen a big dude that can really box.
But you got to get comfortable as a boxer.
Yeah,
and when you choosing that approach as just being a boxer, boxing your way out of rounds.
Yeah,
that all it takes is for somebody that to take you out that rhythm, get you uncomfortable. That's what I'm saying. One of the things that Fury has in his in his tool shed is just that he can drive the pace of the round. He can control the fight. If you can counter that with just being aggressive, being smart, but also being aggressive. Kind of stalking him around the ring.
Yeah.
That can change some things. You can't really get on your back foot because you just backpedaling the whole fight. You can't really plan it and start that jab out or solidify the jab. So I think Usyk, if he changes his approach, probably offer something new that night.
So this is what I want to grade the fight as, right? I want to grade the fight with a letter. This is let's grade it. The way we're gonna grade it at IDK is, would you buy it and for how much?
There you go.
And that tells me a lot.
There you go.
The Usyk and Fury fight, I would buy it. And I would pay about $75 to $80 for it. I'll pay $100 for it.
What? For real?
Let me say this.
This is a heavyweight.
Let me say this. I'll pay $100 for it if the undercard is loaded like I think it's going to be loaded.
Yeah.
If it's not as loaded and they put like a bunch of like up and comers, I'll pay $60 to $70 for it. And that's basically like me giving it still an A. But if it's like loaded with like another championship fight, like if you throw like a Charlo fight on there, you throw a Haney fight on there, like as a co-main, and then you put like some like it's like the 4 legit matches, like real, like either contender eliminator matches or championship matches, I would pay $100 for it. I would. Because you don't get to see too many undisputed heavyweight fights off.
There you go.
And it's like a spectacle. So that's me. But like without knowing the undercard, I would pay for it, and I'll pay at least $70.
Okay. So and you named a lot of points that I would mention before I would even consider buying it. If it was just Usyk Fury and a couple of, up and coming fighters, I'll catch the highlights. And that's sad to say, but
you wouldn't even buy it?
I wouldn't buy it.
For undisputed heavy?
I wouldn't buy it.
Even if it didn't have no really decent, you wouldn't pay $50?
It's one thing if it's a fight, that was stateside. I'm already going to catch that fight at some awkward time of the day.
What y'all doing? Football's over. Saturday at 3.
And we rolling right into basketball season.
You don't even watch basketball.
I'm just saying, there's other things
I can be doing on here now.
There's other things. There's other things I can be doing with my Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I might.
My man got up here potting, boy.
I can get up here and go to the bar. I can go shoot pool. I can go do a few things with my Saturday other than waiting around at 6, 7, or what time was probably.
But like, actually, hear me out. Hear me out. Whole time.
Okay.
You get to watch a fight at 2. The fight's over by 6. You still got your whole day. Yeah. It's not like in the stateside, that fight ain't starting to mid-May. You trying to fight sleepiness.
Yeah. And we talking about May. The sun's out. We back outside. Damn. So 2:00 on a Saturday is a lot different in May than we talking about right now.
Watch it on your tablet outside. In your backyard on your porch.
That's exactly where I'm watching. That's what's gonna have to happen. My daughter gonna want to go to a park that's at that time. So
Kenny wouldn't even pay for it. So let's go to another one. Rolly and Cruz. I love this fight. I love this fight because I think it's a prover for both. If Rolly beat Cruz, people have to start taking him serious. If Cruz beat Rolly, then Cruz deserves a title shot. That means Javante, it's time again.
Run it back?
Javante can't run it back? You wouldn't run it back with Cruz?
I wouldn't run it back for Eastside.
Why?
I wouldn't run it back for Eastside if I'm Tank, just because I still got some names on my list.
Who?
You still got to get the Haney bag.
Haney ain't coming down to that weight. Haney is still trying to get your boy to come up to 140?
Shakur? Yeah,
no, he's trying to get Javante to come to him. Javante added his max weight. Almost.
Yeah.
Max fighting weight. Dude, of course he can get bigger paws. But damn, that was crazy. That was crazy. But he could be like this is about like his max fighting weight.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't expect Tank. He's shorter, and you're gonna expect him to get the what? What's Haney fighting? What a fight at now? 140.
140.
Like that's
you can catch weighted. It can be 136, 138.
Haney ain't gonna do that. Dude already said he don't have no rehydration clause.
Yeah, it's a fact, man. I ain't putting all those stuff in your system before you get back to a fight. Because come fight night, you gonna blow back up.
That's what Haney does.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't doing all that.
My man gonna go in. Tank gonna probably be at his max 140, 141.
Right.
And Haney will come in at 155.
Yeah, 155, 152, something like that. Like, I ain't dealing with all that.
So why fight that man if he ain't trying to come down, at least meet you and have a rehydration clause? There's no reason. There's no reason in my eyes. But if Cruz beat Rolly, then what else? Who else Cruz got to fight?
And who else is there at 135 that's worth it? Keyshawn? No, I'm not taking that fight. Ain't no money in it. Because at this point, Tank is the face of is one of the faces of boxing. I don't really like saying he's the face, but he is one of the faces.
He's the American face of boxing.
You know, so right now,
and Terrence Crawford fans, calm down.
Yeah,
your mans don't be out here really putting his name out there like that. Boxing people know Terrence Crawford. I like Terrence Crawford. But as far as the name, Earl still has a bigger name than Terrence Crawford right now, and that's with the L.
You say that.
That's with the L.
Yeah, you can definitely say that.
But right now, Tank is the American name of boxing since Deontay fell off.
That's a fact. So, yeah, like I was about to say, it doesn't really have too much to do with the belts or why he would go to 140 or none of that. It's about where's the money at? Is there any money in it? That's why, and that goes back to your point about USYK Cruz too. Is there money in it? Is there money in running it back with USYK? And I don't think that's something to be considered.
But I think you can build the fight better. You can be like USYK Cruz, took that L to Tank on short notice. People forget it was short notice.
That was supposed to be the Rolly fight, the first Rolly fight, till he ran it back.
So, and then now he lost, had a good showing, but lost. And now you got Cruz that went through the ringer, handled everybody he's supposed to handle. At some point, you're going to have to give him a fair one. At some point, right?
With a full camp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's still that doubt.
All I'm saying is, in this juncture right now, especially coming off of that King Ryan fight, and now you had
trash.
But I'm saying you got a knockout, but you fought. But he did one of the things that he said that fans say he didn't do in that fight was fight a name, someone with a name.
That's all Ryan Garcia has is a name.
That's what I'm saying. So, but he did beat him.
How did he get his name so big? Because he's not that good.
YouTube, bro. Socials.
He's like the Logan Paul of boxing.
Yeah, but he's a pro boxer with pro talent.
I can see the talent.
Yeah.
But he
ain't that. But you know that, and that's going to be proven here shortly because he's trying to line something up here at the top of 2024 too. So it's about show and prove. But if I'm Tank, there's bigger fish to fry in this moment, and there's more money to get elsewhere. That's why I don't see running it back right now. Don't make sense. But hopefully, you know, all things will be revealed once USYK Cruz and Rolly line it up. I got USYK Cruz smashing, bro.
I don't see
smashing, bro.
I see USYK Cruz winning, but I don't see. I think Rolly has more talent than people give credit for.
Because if it gets to the point where they standing in that pocket where it's just sitting in the ring, that inch of space, Rolly's out of there. Or if he gets trapped on the ropes, he's out of there. So unless Rolly's footwork has improved like exponentially since
Rolly got power too, though.
Okay, but also again, USYK Cruz, you just mentioned that he stood in the ring with Tank, and Rolly ain't got no punching power to the point of where Tank got.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. USYK Cruz has no problem standing in that pocket with him. He's not scared of none of that.
Yeah.
And so if that be the case, come the time they fight, oh yeah.
So
Rolly's out of here.
My grade for this fight is I would buy it.
How much?
35.
It's gonna be on ESPN Plus too.
35.
There you go. It's a light Saturday night fight.
It's a light Saturday night fight. I would buy now this is February. This is end of February. No.
Give me a second. It is.
I think it's before spring.
It is March 30th. March 30th.
So it's right. Spring just started, right? I would say, I would buy it for 35.
Yeah, you can call it even 40 for sure.
You pay 40 for that?
Yeah, I'll pay 40 for that.
So you won't pay for the heavyweight fight, but you'll pay for this.
Yeah.
Why?
One, you saying at the 100 price point for USYK and Fury, with just them on the card,
I didn't say that. I said 70.
70 with with some cold mainliner headliners.
Yeah.
I got some things to think about.
Try to be outside.
It's May.
You try to be outside.
It's May on the weekend. Ain't my fault y'all want to do it in Saudi.
So yeah, I'll pay 35. Let's do one more. Who's it? Thurman?
You want to do your boy sometime?
That's all one confirmed, right?
Yeah, there's a few others, but nothing worth
mentioning. Bivol and
Better Beef.
So Better Beef has all the other belts. And Bivol has the WBA belt.
Yeah, it's the one for all
in Saudi.
Yeah. Undisputed 175.
I don't know much about Better Beef. So
he just came off a big win. Big win.
I know let me so I know Bivol's a boxer.
Yes,
a pure boxer.
Yes, sir.
Has a great jab.
Yes, sir.
Has a great right hand.
Ask Canelo.
Has great footwork.
Ask Canelo.
Great defense.
Ask Canelo.
He's a pure boxer. Power, okay. But he'll he's one where your nose is broken at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta tell me about Better Beef. I ain't really heard too much about him.
Just another brawler. Just he gonna mug you, it's kind of sneaky power, those liver shots, punches to the sternum, all those that just add up to where your pace just starts to slow. So coming from round 1, 2, and 3, your pace gonna look a lot different come 7, 8, 9. Just because those shots just gonna accumulate, and that's when those power shots start coming. Because that one thing I can say about Better Beef, his power doesn't dissipate over the course of a fight. It don't go nowhere. The same haymaker that you got in round 1 is going to be the same one you get in round 10. And, he coming off this, like I said, this last fight, bro was, he came in there with some ill intentions. So
who you got?
Bivol. I got Bivol.
I just hard for me to bet against the boxer.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah. That's going to be a good one.
So since you say that, you go first.
Yeah, if you get me that one at the same price point, because it's going to be in Saudi.
What's the price point?
70.
You buying it?
I'm buying it.
For 70.
70.
The card is an A1 card. Would you pay 100?
Oh, we talking about throwing some?
It's like another champion, like 2 other championship matches.
Get out of here for sure. Yeah, I'm clearing my.
This had the making of a classic.
I'm clearing my day for that fight.
This had the making of a classic.
Yes, it does.
I think the only thing that can top this, right? Top this fight, because I do want to see it, is if Benavidez and Canelo get their shit together. But it look like Canelo ain't trying to see none of that.
He cherry picking right now, bro.
He ain't trying to see none of that.
He at the end of his career. He just cherry picking right now.
This is the time to do it, though.
Yeah.
But this is the time to not cherry pick. This is time to fight him. Because if you take the L, it doesn't hurt your legacy. You done did it. You Canelo.
Yeah, but if
losing to Benavidez, that everybody said is a destroyer, doesn't hurt you now, right?
Nah. Well, in the minds of boxing fans, no. But to historians, who like to to the revisionists out there, taking those L's late have about as much, much weight as the fights you won in your prime. Same way they'll knock Ali down for losing late in his career, Foreman for losing late in his career. So,
but at the same time, aren't they Hall of Famers?
Yeah,
aren't they known as legendary fighters?
Yeah,
Ali is known as one of the greatest of all time. Foreman is known as one of the greatest of all time. Yeah. Canelo, whether people like it or not, is gonna go down as one of the greatest of all time. You had your era.
You still have a
boxing.
Mark.
Literally after Floyd left, it was you.
Yeah, but there'll still be a skid mark on your resume when it's all totaled up.
But you took an L to Floyd already.
Yeah.
And like that's what people gotta stop. This is why the fights don't happen, because you're not Floyd. Floyd is the greatest of all time. The greatest boxer to ever walk this earth. Regardless of size. In my eyes. Because I think Floyd, up until maybe now, since he been retired for retired for 6 years.
Yeah, something right.
For 5 of those years, he still could beat up on some folk, top folk, if he wanted to.
Yeah,
and people can't hate on Floyd. That Floyd left at the peak of his career. He didn't do what George Foreman did. But say what you want to say about Floyd. Floyd make money. He ain't got to come back. He didn't have to do what George Foreman did. He had to do a lot of boxers did. No disrespect. I know Sonny Liston from what I hear was like that. I know Muhammad Ali was like that. I know you got a lot of fighters is like that. But Floyd literally fought everybody at his time. That was great. If you look at his resume, even when he's younger, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he fought a lot of cats that were champions.
Yeah, I ain't taking nothing away from his resume.
So
there's nothing to take away.
Trying to chase what Floyd did is not sustainable for some folk. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
like that blemish doesn't hurt you as much.
But
to losing to a young David Benavidez when you already went up through a 4-division champion.
Yeah.
Came back, became undisputed.
About 4 or 5.
Yeah, undisputed. Only thing that you can do now for real besides fight Bivol is to convince Andre Ward to come out of retirement.
That'd be the only 2 people left. It'd be the only 2 people left. But that's what I'm saying. You don't get this far in your career. Just for Canelo is to take that much of a risk. Only thing you'll be doing is people pleasing at that point. So I'm saying on a personal note, I can understand the cherry picking because
the money though, the money you missing out on.
Again, we just got done talking about the faces of boxing. Canelo is still a face of boxing.
I know, but
the money gonna be there. The money
can make in that young in Mexico.
The money's still gonna be there
in Mexico. And then you mess around and put Andy Ruiz and somebody on that fight, another Mexican fighter on that fight, on that card.
Oh, it's gonna do his numbers. But that's what I'm saying. I'm Canelo. I've been doing my numbers, mind you.
So what Benavidez got to do?
I got a Triple G trilogy on my resume. The money always been good.
That's what I'm saying. You already had your main rival. So nobody can doubt your skills because that Triple G cemented you. The Triple G trilogy cemented you as a dog.
Yeah.
So Bivol and them, that's a big fight. That's a fight I would probably pay. Like I said, I'll probably pay the 75 plus for that. The A+ fight.
I drop a whole 100 for that.
Yeah, that's a fight that needs to be seen. I'm glad they got it together. Like an undisputed light heavyweight champion.
Yes, indeed.
So we'll see what happens from that. So now, moving right along, man. I think all the vacancies for the NFL got filled.
I think Commanders are still.
The Commanders,
they got Dan Quinn.
They hired Dan Quinn. So you got the Commanders hired Dan Quinn. Brian Callahan is the Tennessee Titans coach. David Canales, I think that's how you say his name, is the Panthers coach.
Yep.
Jim Harbaugh is the Chargers coach. Mike McDonald is the Seahawks coach. Gerard Mayo is New England. Raheem Morris is Atlanta. And Las Vegas hired Antonio Pierce. So before we get into the grades, I want to grade some of these coaching hires. The main thing that got cut out, Bill Belichick nor Mark Vrabel got a job. That's surprising to me. Especially the Mike Vrabel one. Because I was shocked when Tennessee fired him.
Okay.
So that kind of shocks me that Mike Vrabel didn't get a head coaching job.
I think that is more of a head nod to the vacancies that may be available 2025 as opposed to what was available to him this cycle. So that leaves room for the Dallas Cowboys, sans Mike McCarthy. I'll be real about it. Philadelphia Eagles, sans Nick Sirianni.
That's crazy. Fire somebody 2 years after the Super Bowl.
I'm saying the vacancies that maybe New York Giants, sans Brian.
I feel bad.
Brian DeBoer.
I feel bad for Daboll. That ain't his fault.
But I'm saying
what's that family name? They won't do the right thing at quarterback.
Mara
They won't do the right thing at quarterback. Like, watch what I say. The Mara fans, all y'all Giants fans, they will not trade up nor draft Caleb Williams.
They got a top 10 pick this year too.
Yeah, they're going to draft Drake May or Bo Nix. And y'all gonna repeat the cycle. Y'all gonna repeat the cycle.
Top 10 pick is crazy.
Like, the Giants are the team that fall for the bull crap of, oh, they look so great in shorts and they're smart on the board every year and don't look at tape. Y'all could have had Lamar. They could have. Like, if I went down the list of all the quarterbacks y'all could have had after Eli, y'all try to find that Eli again, but Eli is different. Eli is a Hall of Famer. Got 2 rings. Wasn't great, but knew how to block out the noise. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? We can get back to the coaches. It was no reason for them to draft Daniel Jones that high. Daniel Jones couldn't even. He played 1 year at Carolina. Or Duke. I'm sorry. Like, whoever's surprised that he wasn't that good, I guess you didn't watch the games. But just know the Giants won't get out their own way. They're probably going to end up trading Saquon.
Well, he's a free agent.
Oh, well.
He's a free agent.
Why they walk? They're not going to pay him.
About to say, and because they gave his money to Daniel Jones last year. You know, mind you, we saying all this about Daniel Jones. He just got read up last year.
It's not going to work out. And Brian Daboll is going to lose his job because the GM and the owner wanted to keep this quarterback.
About to say, and they took that, and he took that job knowing that was going to be the case.
I know. I'm just saying. But like, who doesn't? It's only 32 jobs, bro.
Yeah, he just had to get out of Buffalo.
I mean, it's only 32 jobs. When the NFL when they come to calling, it is what it is, man. Like, it's only 32 of those jobs.
Yeah.
So, like, go ahead. Back to you, I had to say that part about the.
No, I got you. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm not taking too much. I don't take that as too much of an indicator because the 2024 cycle, looking at some of the teams that were, you know, in the head coaching market, you know, hey, take it or leave it. But 2025 may be very telling. You know, I can definitely see those coaches we just named, the Vrabels, the Belichicks, saying, hey, I'll sit down a year if that means I can throw my hat in the ring for a Cowboys team.
I think Belichick going to get the
or a Steelers team if they act stupid.
That'd be stupid.
You know, so I can wait. Miami if they flounder again. You know, there's.
I think Belichick could be in New York if they ball get. Because they wanted Belichick before.
I think so too.
It's like bringing him back home.
Bring him back to the Giants. Yeah, that'll be, you know, that romanticism that narrative that, you know, everybody likes to see, a good storyline. So if those opportunities present themselves come 2025, yeah, this will all just look like a chess move in hindsight.
So let's go down the list of some of these hires. So I ain't gotta go too deep into it. We'll tell a little bit what we like about it and what we would grade. If you agree with me, you can say you agree. The A's. I'm gonna go with the A's.
There you go.
The only A+ hire I think is Raheem Morris.
Guess it. I was about to say I could almost guess it. Yes, sir. And you said that too.
I said
you said that in one of my last episodes.
They need a black quarterback. I think it's an A because Raheem Morris has paid his dues. He knows both sides of the football. Great defensive coordinator. Everybody talks highly about him. And not only for as a good coach, I think it's a great cultural hire. Atlanta has the biggest black fan base behind the Commanders.
Ooh.
Like
you got legacy fans then, or generational fans then, if you're talking about that.
And what, the Commanders?
Being that they got the
it's sure. Older. In that city, Raheem was already a coach there for so long, for 6 years. Went to Super Bowl with him when he was a coach on the defensive side of the ball. Like, it was a fit. I think Arthur Blank and that staff
did right.
And I think they have talent. They just got to figure out the quarterback. They have talent.
Quiet as kept. That defense last year was not bad.
No.
Not
And the
bad. And they
offense
spent good money, and
and the
that money worked for them last year.
and they have receivers. Drake London is a dog. Cal Pitts showed he can actually play a little bit because I was about to call him a bust.
Yeah, I think he had 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he was pretty good. Bijan Robinson, I think, will be used in different ways. And they got that Ty Algier, the other running back they got.
Yeah.
They see the quarterback, and I don't know. Desmond Ritter showed flashes, but he also shows he's not that good.
Yeah, I'm done with the Ritter show, bro. I'm done with the Ritter show. And it's nothing to him, but he's just I'm just saying that he's just not the guy.
Yeah.
I'm referring to the guy. He's not that. You know, whether that's through the draft or via trade, whispers, Justin Fields again.
That's what my pops said. Pops said they trade to get Justin Fields if they're willing to give him up.
Man, since they've been having these talks about, you know, what Caleb gonna do, he's not gonna play for Chicago. Whatever they gonna do, I don't care. If Justin Fields is leaving Chicago, I'm the first one calling. I said that even last year when Lamar was going through his thing with Baltimore, I was like, man, let Baltimore play around if they want to. If I was Atlanta, I've been calling them constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly for Lamar.
Yeah.
I thought that was like hand in glove of a fit to get Lamar down there in Atlanta. But, you know, my boy got his money in Baltimore. They did right by him. We can just keep it moving. So next opportunity shows up this offseason with Justin Fields, possibly his name being tossed around in the trade market, and they don't know what they want to do at the quarterback position. Let him be on the trade market this year.
Yeah.
And he just, you know, started in Georgia, played high school ball in Georgia, from Georgia.
Yeah. Down the street. Actually, I mean, if I'm like Kennesaw, was that far away from Atlanta.
Come on, man. You know, we just talked about, you know, how poetic football can be. Bring him home.
Yeah. So that's my A.
Turn the city up.
That's my A, Raheem Morris. These are my B's, right? My B, I'm not giving plus to minus. We're gonna put him in the B category. I got Jim Harbaugh with the Chargers. I do think that's a good hire because Jim Harbaugh is known to know how to make quarterbacks better. He plays good. He usually gets a defensive coordinator and plays really stingy defense, and he has a physical football team most of the time. I'm going by what happened at the 49ers. They was physical. They ran the football. They had a good quarterback, and they made the Super Bowl. I mean, was one Beyonce, you know what I'm saying, light show away from you know, they're winning that mug because they was up. Were they up by like 17 or something like that? They were up. My other B, kind of would lean toward the B plus, like A minus range. Is Mike McDonald for the Seahawks. I saw what he did with that defense, and he called them plays. And we're gonna talk about the championship games. That defense was different, and I think that fits the mold of what Seattle wants to do.
Yeah, defense first team.
Yeah, and the way he calls plays and disguises his defenses had Cal Hamilton out here looking like Ronnie Lott.
Well, you be getting blasphemous with Ronnie, bro. You be getting blasphemous.
No, it's a compliment. Like how he was just flying around the field.
I see what you're saying, brother.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't kill me. Don't kill me. But I think Mike McDonald for the Seahawks is a really, really good hire.
Yeah, he fits that mindset.
My last one is Gerard Mayo in New England. I say Gerard Mayo also gets a B as well. For the England, it's an internal hire. I think he knows the Patriots don't lose their culture while also maybe getting a taste of fresh blood. He played there. He knows what Robert Kraft is looking for his teams. He knows what that city needs for their teams. He knows how to play in that area.
Yeah.
And I think you keep culture while infusing new blood. So I give Gerard Mayo higher a B as well. What you think?
Just going off those B ratings that you just gave out, I would, out of the ones that you just named, I would probably say my favorite hire would be Mike McDonald for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
That is a total culture hire. and he has young pieces in play already. That's what is going to go the opposite direction as it comes to who you just mentioned last, Gerard Mayo. What's there for him? What playmakers are there for him?
That's what. But I gave him a B because I said he knows the culture.
Yeah.
So you're rebuilding with the same culture, just different set of eyes.
Yeah, but that run, I don't know how long that runway is going to be for him. That's my issue.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're going to give him that long of a runway to say, hey, we know what team we got. Shit, we just saw it last season how much we got to fix, and you got to see it for yourself, Coach Mayo. So you know how much we got to fix, and it ain't going to take one season. Probably won't take two. It's probably going to take more than 2 or 3. So are we signing?
But the defense was the defense. I mean, the defense was legit. The defense was pretty deep. It was on the field so long because I don't know who saw that. I don't know. Matt Jones has arm strength for up there is not good enough. I don't think Matt Jones is a horrible quarterback, but to play in that area, didn't nobody see he can't throw the ball like his strength is not like that.
Same thing we say with Ritter, but in Mac Jones' case, I think that was a lot of folks grading the helmet instead of grading the player coming out of Bama.
I think you put him in like another state where it's not as windy or in the dome, he could be decent. But out there in Boston, like his arm ain't strong enough to make that out route or that deep throw.
Or maybe his arm ain't strong enough no matter where you put him. I'm just saying, it's just Mac Jones.
I was trying to throw some ball, dog.
Mac Jones ain't. Maybe he ain't.
He was a Pro Bowler his rookie year, though. His rookie year, he was balling. But Bill O'Brien was calling the plays. Though.
Okay, and where he at now?
Huh?
Where Bill O'Brien at now?
No, Bill O'Brien wasn't calling the plays.
He was a head coach then.
Josh McDaniels was calling the plays.
Okay.
Maybe you need Josh back.
You ain't trying. Not after what he just did.
No, do you hire? No, I mean like he could be a bad. He could be a bad head coach, but he's not a horrible OC.
No, not at all.
If I'm Gerard Mayo, if he's willing to come back, I would definitely call him.
He done bumped his head a few times on trying to be a head coach, and it ain't cut out for him. So
I would. And you can pay him good.
Okay.
I would call you if I want to be able to get the most out of Mac Jones. The person that got the most out of Mac Jones was Josh McDaniel. He obviously loves the New England Patriot system.
Yeah, Patriot way. But with the roster where it is now, and just projecting, you got a few pieces. You got some building blocks. Shouts out to Belichick. He's more of a late draft guy as opposed to hitting on the early picks. He got some money out of those. With the runway, will the runway be long enough to really give him a true shot at being successful in New England? That's the reason why I'm rating that higher, not as high in that B grade system.
But I also think that rebuild doesn't take as long. If you do this, you gotta go get you some rush ends. Belichick let go all of his rush. I mean, the dogs that they had that could rush the passer that Belichick wasn't willing to pay. Now Robert is up. See, this is the thing that's gonna happen now. Robert Kraft now got to open up his checkbook. Belichick won a lot of them championships without him open up his checkbook. Got to open up your checkbook. And get some good players. Not saying that you still can't have an eye for finding diamond in the rush, but like think about all the rush like that people that Bill didn't pay. Like you could still have Stephon Gilmore on this team who's still playing at a high level. You still had a Kyle Van Noy who's playing at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
Still got a lot of guys that's playing at high levels that Bill just would pay.
Yeah.
So now it's like, hey, we got to change that course. You need good players nowadays to win games. And since you don't probably, you gotta. I don't know if I spend my pick on a quarterback high, but in the second, third round, if Spencer Rattler's there, I would give it a shot. And we'll talk about it later, but I would give it a shot.
Like Phoenix, maybe. Shake things up, shake the table up.
Shake the table up a little bit. So that's cool. And then Jim Harbaugh trade, I mean, we talked about it off air. Like, it's like a wait and see type thing. It looks good, sounds good. But what is it going to be? Does he still have it?
I think that it will fare well just because I think he's going to bring a good coaching staff into that building as well. There's going to be some coaches that's going to come in because of that Harbaugh name and because of uh, that familiarism with the league that they just and again Herbert's there. It's not like they're an empty barren like we just got done talking about the Patriots. There's some pieces there that they can utilize and get some good production out of. So he's going to bring a good coaching staff with him.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be exactly doom and gloom when it comes to the Chargers next year. They're gonna put up a fight.
Yeah. So that's my B's. Okay, my C's.
Mm-hmm.
My C's are Antonio Pierce and Dan Quinn. Actually, no, C is just Antonio Pierce. Right.
Okay.
And it's not because of Antonio Pierce. I do like the hire. I want to see now Antonio go, what you going to build behind you? Let me see your coaching staff.
Yeah.
Because I'm hearing rumblings, Hugh Brown maybe being the head coach at Morehouse.
Yeah.
Which, Morehouse might be, I don't break news, might be moving to the MEAC. Maybe.
I mean Hugh Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, Hugh Jackson coming to Morehouse, and Morehouse football to college might be changing conference to the MEAC and moving up a level.
Uh-oh.
So that's the only way I see Hugh taking that job, actually. That's a Division II job. But I heard Hugh Jackson as his OC too. Him looking at him. So I gotta see what his coaching staff is gonna look like, because when it comes to Antonio, I don't see him as the great X's and O's guy. So who's gonna be the X and O brainiac behind the machine?
Yeah.
And I need to see what your coordinators look like. I need to see, especially what the offensive side of the ball is going to look like. Who your quarterback coach is, who your coordinator, receiver coach is, because that's the side of the ball. Defense is going to be fine.
I think so too.
They got dogs in that defense.
Yeah.
You got to go identify a quarterback if Jimmy G your guy or not, and that's the part that I haven't seen. And this is because he's never been a head coach before, and like he's never really been a coach, like no coordinator or nothing before.
Yeah.
So he's never called plays or anything like that. So, which you don't have to be a head coach,
No,
but
not at all.
that's the only reason why I give it a C, is because I need to see what staff he's going to build.
Yeah, I think it was most of that decision came from being a good, a true leader. Uh, being a guy that the other guys in the locker room can rally around, and they all went to bat for him come this past coaching cycle. So, hey, you wanted a shot at the plate, you got a shot at the plate. You know, whether it's a home run, off first bat, who knows? But I think you do got a guy that is a leader in, for that franchise. But the other thing about being so new to the scene, that you also have that advantage of grabbing the guys that, to bring in for your coaching staff that were just, position coaches that you can now elevate, that you only knew from from that small circuit. So you could be a QB coach from here, or a secondary coach from here that's now your DC, because you actually been sitting in those position meetings with them, and their mind for football. So you can now promote those guys that aren't as hot today, but come tomorrow or next year, they could be getting looks, uh, you know, for head coaching jobs, a la Nick Sirianni and your boy down in Arizona, or your boy that's now coaching out in Indianapolis, Shane Steichen. So you have that opportunity because you are working with those guys more closely when you were just a position coach. Now you have a wider net, I should say, or maybe you have a closer eye for talent because you sat with those guys. So he may bring in some hot names here in this next season that will definitely be on the lookout for come next year.
Yeah. So that's why I give him that grade for. The rest of them I give a D.
Anybody want to speak on in particular?
Nah, it's all.
Nope, nobody comes to mind.
No, nobody. I'm not even gonna go that deep into it.
You know, nobody that.
And it's not the person. For far as the one with the Panthers, David.
There we go. Come on.
Come
on, buddy.
It's not him. If you wanted the OC, you could have hired Byron Leftwich a year ago. But you didn't. You hired Frank Wright. So now we fired Frank Wright to get the OC from the Bucs. Like, so what direction are we going? What are we doing? Where are we trying to go? You're throwing water on fans. You fired coaches left and right. No, everybody told you not to hire Matt Rule. And no, you gave him 7 years, $70 million.
Big bag. Big bag.
Yeah. So, you know. So, so that's just. So, Brian, what's his name? Brian, David, I don't know. There ain't nothing against you.
Oh, man, give him a beacon of hope, a silver lining.
Nah, bro. You about to be trash for a minute. And if we don't, I'll be surprised. And then David, Brian Callahan,
Titans.
Don't really get that high. I don't get the Mike Vrabel fire at all.
Well, that was a GM and a coaching fire. So that was a whole.
But they already got the new GM though. They fired the GM last year. Okay, I mean he was decent. He's not that great. Nothing jumps off the board. And the Dan Quinn hires the Commanders. Why?
Why not?
You basically got Ron Rivera. Maybe a little bit better.
You got a better defensive mind for sure.
Yeah,
I'll say that. I won't take that from you. You got a better defensive mind in the building for sure. My question,
but is that much of an upgrade from Ron Rivera?
No. But again, I'm with you. I'm with you. My issue is always, what did Bieniemy do? What did Eric Bieniemy do? I have to know.
What Sam had like third in passing yards?
I gotta know what he did. It does not make sense.
He must slept with somebody's wife.
For the life of me, what did he do? He did something that was egregious.
He did something. Took somebody's wife down to the DR.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Breaking up families.
That's
something about switching this thing up a little bit. Last episode, spicing things up.
Bruh.
He must have did that.
Bro must have took it to another level. I don't get it.
Like recorded that shit and sent it to him or something. I don't know.
Like, bro, and don't be mad about it either. Like that, because it's not like he's getting the interviews, he's just not getting hired. Cool, got it. But he's getting passed over. The only people that's in an outrage is the fans. Because it's not like he's saying something too. Like he's, being outwardly disgruntled about not getting picked.
Like,
you know what he did. You know what I'm saying? You know what he did. He's like, nah, bro, I feel you. It's very much like, nah, bro, I get it. Like,
it's cool.
Nah, but I'm gonna still be the OC right now. Nah, we got you for sure. Nah, we gonna take care of you. But yeah, hey, say less, brother. We got you. But don't think it gets past that. So I just want to know what he did. Now I'm just being nosy because you ain't gonna hire him. You're not gonna hire him to be the head coach. So it's clearly something about not wanting him to be the face.
Out of all the coaches, you go get another Ron Rivera.
Right. And you got a Dan Quinn that's fresh off of Jordan Love dropping a bomb on him. That what I'm saying? What they dropped 40 on them boys? You got a Dan Quinn fresh off of that. Who switched the zone in the postseason?
It's just that's why I said both of them D's. We ain't got to elaborate anymore. It is what it is. Some teams are bad, and we see why. All right, get to the main topic, man. Everybody saw the conference championship games, man. Man, this is what I said about them, yo. They're a tale of two games. One team died by the sword. The other team tried to be somebody that they're not. Let's start with the team that tried to be somebody that they're not. Let's start with that game first, since it came on first. So we'll start with that game first. The Ravens tried to beat Kansas City at their game. And it did not have to be that way. You have the number one rush offense in the league.
Don't make sense, bro.
Versus the number 23rd ranked rush defense. You came out there running the football. With the number one rush offense, how many times did they run the football? This is like a trivia question.
Great question.
Six times. You have Lamar Jackson. You had Gus Edwards, Justice Hill. All them boys. Everybody want to blame Zay Flowers. It should never been there. You should have ran the football. You got down and you panicked, and that's just as much an indictment on the head coach and OC as it is Lamar. Todd Monken panic. He panicked, and Jim Harbaugh panicked. They didn't believe in the defense. Didn't panic. Defense said, "I got you."
They kept them in that game.
Shut him out. Shut him out. Shut out Patrick Mahomes. They knew, and the Chiefs knew they couldn't. All they were doing trying to waste clock. They knew they couldn't score on them.
Yeah.
Lamar. This is where I have fact for him. Be you. What else do you don't have to prove shit to nobody. You want to be a 2-time MVP. Everybody know you can throw the football. And the thing about it, last week he ran for like 150. If he had ran the football this thing, it would have opened up so much. And Kansas, and then they probably would have won a scoring tirade. And I think they won that game like 31-17, like I said in my pregame, in the game in the last pod, 2 pods ago, when you said ain't no way. Looking at that game, they ran the football with the way that defense was playing. They could have in that second half ran the table on the damn Chiefs. Because the Chiefs didn't have no time to throw the football. They people could not get open. Cal Hamilton was flying across the field. That defensive tackle was pushing the guard, that backup guard, right into Patrick Mahomes. Travis Kelce was on Coop. Well, not as much on Coop, but he wasn't making the big play.
100-yard game. I got what you're saying.
He wasn't making the big play, like the plays where you'd be like, damn. He made one, the great catch.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? You panic. Run the football. You only down 17-7. They stopped them when he came out of halftime. You run the football, score 17-14. New game. 6 times? 6 times with the number one rank.
Now, and even with that, you still had shots at winning that game. You know, real quick, Isaiah Likely, probably going to be one of my fantasy sleepers going into next year. My boy, recognize the zone that you're running into. You can't throw your hand up, running into like triple coverage.
They didn't have to be there.
You know what I'm saying? But
there was some missed calls. I will give that.
But my thing is, and I was just saying this to someone last week, is that it's not like the Ravens won't ever be back on that stage again. They'll be back. But you got a lot of young talent on that team too, and it really like showed itself in that game last week. Like it's just you got to acknowledge that some of the mistakes, some of the bonehead plays, it comes from that lack of experience too. So I'm not taking nothing. All in all, like you said, should have ran the ball, slowed the pace down, kind of control the pace of the game. But at the end of the day, were the plays there on the field? For sure. Were the big time plays available to them? For sure. That it was available to them. They could have had them. So what I'm speaking of just comes down to execution. and execution, the savvy, the patience, the understanding of when the big time play is needed, that comes with time, that comes with experience. So, the same plays or the same mistakes won't be happening again next year.
But was it that, Kenny, or was it whose job is it to calm the players down? Ain't it the coaches?
The coaches.
And you know how you to calm them down? Oh, let Gus toast this rock. Let's run a couple quarterback runs.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Okay, throw a play action pass in there.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
And then they could have gotten the flow, like Rex Ryan said after the game. You don't have Tom Brady back there. You got the best athlete on the field is there. Let him be him.
Yeah. And like I said, you got a young team. Like, I don't believe Keaton Mitchell was available for that game. He's gonna be dynamic once he returns to that roster next year. So you got
they had the better team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
They should be in the Super Bowl.
For sure. That was a better roster that was on the field with them.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. If they beat the Chiefs, I think they win the Super Bowl. I don't see any of the NFC. I don't see the 49ers or the Lions trying to stop them.
They don't have an answer for them.
So that's the take on that. I mean, that game kind of pissed me off watching. I mean, we was watching it together. I was like, yo, take off. Like, what are you doing? Like, Lamar patting the ball, that's not him. Yeah. That's why Patrick Mahomes be winning as much as he does, because people be trying to beat him at his game. Y'all saw John. And this is why I like the Bills so much to go to the NFC Championship game and finally, because the Bills showed you the blueprint. Yeah. They just couldn't make enough plays on defense. Josh Allen ran, hit the tight end, run the ball.
Play action.
You make this game hard. It's not hard.
Not that tough, bro. It's a really basic.
Take your shots when they're there.
There you go.
That's why I told people I think the Bills are going to cross the hump before the Ravens if the coaching doesn't get around. I think the Bills they was right there.
Yeah.
Josh Allen said, "Okay, I'm gonna be Josh Allen. I'm not the most accurate motherfucker.
Yeah, no more.
I'm a gunslinger.
Yeah, no more, no less.
But guess what I can do? He reminds you of, like, he's a slower Cam. Like him, I didn't want to say it before. You know, Cam, my man. That's my man. That's my man. Hey, you listening? Hey,
what's happening?
You my man. All right. But like Josh Allen reminds me of Cam. He can go on a Cam type run for the next 3-4 years. He can throw, he can run, and hey, this is a turnaround for me. I wasn't that big of a Josh Allen fan.
Yeah.
But after seeing him, he is one of the dynamic quarterbacks. He's not a game manager. He's a game changer.
Yeah, and even
he toted them guys on his back.
And I would say one thing I would add to that too, what bodes well for him and his playing style is that now they got the personnel that matches with that. So come next year, majority of the time they're gonna be rolling out of a 12 personnel because they got 2 playmaking tight ends that's coming with them. And now you got a running back that can tote that rock.
Yeah.
So all that, you ain't gotta deal with the whining, receivers. You ain't
trade them.
You ain't gotta and get some pieces back. Too at that. Because hey, let's invest that.
The blueprint was
let's invest that on defense.
The blueprint, like the Bills, like that's not. This is all I want people to understand. I'll really be watching the game. I watch recaps of the game. I watch reruns of the game. The Bills laid out the blueprint to beat y'all, the Eagles, and everybody followed it. Laid it out on that Sunday night game.
Yeah, it was afternoon game.
Afternoon game.
Yeah.
Even though they lost, they laid the blueprint out.
Yeah.
That outside run play, like it's a sign.
Exposed.
Exposed the secondary, but they can't cover short distances, slants, outs, nothing like that. And they don't track the ball well.
Nope.
They laid out the blueprint for the Chiefs. Run, double Chandler, fill it off, and you can run on the rest of them. Linebackers are not that great.
Combo hit him with a bunch of counters. That's exactly what the Bills did.
And then they spy, and then you get them where they can't have a spy play action, and then either the big play was there or the run lane was open for the quarterback.
Yeah.
Now imagine if the Baltimore Ravens did what Josh Allen did. Lamar gotta get. This is what Lamar. This is what my thing about Lamar. He got to get to the point where he says, "Forget y'all. I'm a throw for 75 yards and I can run for 200."
Facts.
Once he gets that mindset that he don't have to prove nothing no more,
yeah, I'm gonna win.
He could have ran for 200. I was saying he had a spot. There ain't no spy fast enough to stop Lamar Jackson.
Gonna work.
I don't care if it's a safety, a corner, anybody. He's Vic 2.0. And they spied Vic too. But he got to get that mindset like, yo, I got to prove Lamar. If Lamar ever just gets out of that mindset, like, yo, I'm going to run for 200 yards, get what y'all say.
Yeah.
It is what
it is. Yeah. You ain't got to, and on top of that, Jalen showed you that last year in the Super Bowl. Jalen wasn't no 200, 300 yard passing game for Jalen.
But Jalen don't get, difference is Jalen doesn't get the flat that Lamar gets.
Nah, not even close. Not even close.
Jalen doesn't get the flat that Lamar gets.
But it's what I'm saying. So even if you just stay true to you, what you were saying, just being the person you know you can be, or being an athlete that you know you are. I'm not saying that you can't throw the ball, because you can throw. You got the talent to do both.
Yeah.
But just win the way you want to win. You ain't got to win in no shootout. Nobody asked you to win that game last week in a shootout.
Nope.
The game didn't
everybody
know
that you're not. It's nobody that is a better thrower than Pat.
You trying to prove a point to Pat. Pat don't care. Pat don't care. You know, he ain't coming out there every game throwing 4 or 5 tuds, 300, 400 yard game. That's not even Pat's game.
Yep.
You know, even though he's capable of doing it, that's not even his game.
Yeah.
It's making the plays that you have to win the game.
Facts. That's just what it is, man. That's what it was. The other game is, like I said, a team down by the sword, right? The Lions versus the 49ers. I don't remember the final score of that game. If you got it, you can let me know. The Lions died by the sword. And at first I was mad at it, but after I thought about it, I mean, why switch up in the biggest game of the season? 34-31. They came out, had a great game plan. They knew exactly what the 49ers wanted to do. I mean, they ran the ball down their throat. Yeah. Jared Goff, they had no answer for Amon St. Brown. But this game just shows down by the sword and what momentum does. That's what it shows. After seeing how they played all year, I have no problems with their fourth down go for it. They were 20 for 25 from inside 4th and 3. That's 80%. You know? Mm-hmm. Next, I knew the game was in trouble when that ball bounced off old boy face and went to Brandon Ayuk.
It told you all you need to know.
Nah, like it's like when stuff like that start happening, it's kind of like,
yeah, it's
your day.
Yeah,
it's your day, and it's just the Lions' young team. I feel bad for them, but I think they'll be back, and I think they just Mo didn't go their way. I think the momentum went to San Francisco and just stayed there. So then you had that happen. And you had the fumble happen. But but the way they played, if they didn't go for it on 4th down, then I'm gonna look at coach different. Like, this is what we do. You don't believe in us?
Yeah. No, you gotta stay true. Again, echoing that same sentiment. Gotta stay true to who you are. So I'm not completely mad at the 4th downs. Don't get me wrong, I'm always for taking the money that's on the table, knowing when to walk away. That's just me. But if that is your culture, if that is a standard that you've already set, if that's what you've been doing all year, then by all means, stay true to straight true to you. You ain't gotta go away from that. So if the statistics say do the 4th downs, forego the field goal, all those things, man, go for it. Because at the end of the day, like he said, you just trying to win the damn game. But when things start snowballing the way they did in that 49ers game, change the tempo. Same thing that plagued the Ravens, plagued the Lions. Is now you're trying to go buck for buck. You know, you trying to mash the gas the same way they doing. They doing it for different reasons because they know which way the pendulum's swinging as far as their momentum going. They know they got y'all, and they know it.
Yeah.
On defense, you ain't doing nothing. On offense, we running this damn ball. We controlling the clock.
And Brock made some big plays.
You know, so we know what we got going over here.
Yeah.
And we figured y'all out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can get hyped second quarter because it's 20-7, but at the end, going towards the end of that second quarter, it was like, oh, it clicked.
Yeah.
We know what y'all doing now. Now, how do you respond to that, coach? Because you got blanked in that second half. That's when we look back at coaching. So the same issue you had with the Ravens, I'm looking at the Lions the same way. Like, okay, how did things switch to where we get blanked? Because the things that was working for us, not working for us. Yeah. Yeah. No?
But yeah, I mean, but okay. I give Dan Campbell bail because it's his first time. Jim Harbaugh's been here before, multiple times. Won a Super Bowl. It's like he didn't have a feel of what's going on to me. Like, everybody was panicking. Everybody was panicking. And that's why I think it's a little different. I think Dan Campbell wasn't panicking. I think Dan Campbell was being Dan Campbell.
Bite your kneecap type coaching.
Yeah. I think he trusted his OC a little too much. That first and goal or second and goal when you're trying to come back, you can't run the football in the fourth quarter. With time ticking away. You can't run the football because if you don't make it, now you got to call a timeout. You wasted the timeout. You could have kicked the ball deep after you scored, but now you got to go on the onside kick that since now you can't move into the ball, this kick is basically enough. You can't get
it. Yeah. But my thing goes more so to the defensive side of the ball. Like, I understand we're getting blanked on offense, but even at defense, what changes did we make there too? To where they just all they had to do was flip a switch.
Been good all playoffs. They played good for the first half, but that defense was trash.
They just flipped the switch, and now everything's just going in a direction too.
The ball bounced off the boy's face. I'm telling you, that's why.
They once so that whatever
you had a pick that smacked you in the face,
and after that, that's all they needed.
Momentum's fumble. 2 drops. Josh Reynolds dropped the ball on third down before the fourth down.
Yeah.
Momentum. You know what momentum switch? When it switch, it's hard to cut that button. I can get power cut off. Now you got to pay all the back new stuff and the collection and the activation.
Yeah. That's a rough night. That's a rough night. Ain't not enough candles in the house for that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? But Super Bowl, do this pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep our listeners listening too long. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you listening with us.
Oh man, always rocking
with us. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Super Bowl predictions next week. Got the Chiefs, Niners. I don't want the Chiefs to win, but I feel like the script is written. Okay, I said it.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. Right after winning Album of the Year Grammy, probably. That's this weekend. Chiefs, what a year. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Oh, man.
American dream.
You already know they're going to celebrate like some end of game confetti falling kiss at midfield.
We'll see the wackest parties we ever seen.
Oh, my God.
Now, I'm just saying. I want the 49ers win. I say the Chiefs win 24-21. I mean, Chiefs win 24-21. Pat Mahomes gets his 3rd ring. And, you know, we see a lot of Taylor Swift this weekend. She might, you know what I'm saying, take over Usher's halftime show. We don't know. I don't know.
It's Taylor.
I don't know.
You want to tell Taylor no?
You know what I'm saying?
You want to tell Taylor no?
That's my prediction. And another thing, Super Bowl ain't passing the sniff test for me, man. I think the script is written, bro. I think the script is written. I never say that.
Cornball, that's bro. Yeah, I'm saying with you. You know, it's soon as once them fools started doing the swag surf in Kansas City, I was like, hey, you ain't got to tell me too much more. I know what's going on here. I've been on this earth for 32 years. I've seen enough. I know what y'all doing. So Taylor Swift, and they said because I think she got like a show or some business to do over at Tokyo that weekend, so she gonna take like a private jet back. Why do I know this? You know what I'm saying? Why do I know this? Like, why do I know this? But yet she's gonna make it for the game to see her man play.
Yeah, Super Bowl is Super Bowl.
Yeah, Chiefs gonna win 31-27.
Chiefs gonna win. You know, thank y'all for rocking with us. Watch the Super Bowl.
Why did they play it off?
Watch the Super Bowl.
Why did they play it off face like that?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Watch the Super Bowl. It's gonna be fun. Hang out with your friends. Drink responsibly. You know what I'm saying? We care about that on IDK. You know, don't drink and drive. Have a good time with the Super Bowl. Pro Bowl is this weekend. You know, whatever's left of it. And you know,
for those who care.
But like I said, man, appreciate you for listening. You know, you catch us every Sunday or wherever you get your podcast platform added. We might have a surprise next week. You never know. So know how you can know. You can follow us at IDK Sports Pod 23 on Instagram, or you can follow me at Anthony E. Great on Instagram. Follow my man Kenny at Finesse in the Gram.
Yes, sir.
And then hit the, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is do what?
Hit the damn button.
Hit the follow button so you can know about any updates we have, any content that we have.
Please do.
Any new I'm telling you, something might be coming down the burner.
We bubbling.
Something might be coming. So you know, check us out, man. Until next time, I'll holler at you.